I guess we'll just start with, like, the beginning, right?
Okay.
This is Jenny. I met her the first weekend of college back in 2018, and I wish I could say we were instant friends, but that would be a lie. More on that later. After graduating this past spring, we both moved home for the time being. Going from a 2-minute walk to now a 2-hour flight makes the moments we see each other so precious. Instead of meeting in the dining hall for lunch to gossip about our crush of the week, we now meet each other in our respective spaces states apart to reminisce about a time when and dream about our futures together. I'm not sure how I spent 18 years of my life not knowing someone who has turned into one of the most important humans in my life, but I am so grateful that by the smallest chance we met. I recognize how special it is to have somebody on your team, someone who you can giggle and gab for hours with, someone who knows your deepest pains and loves you for them. I hold those who feel safe and positive in my life close to my heart, and Jenny is no exception. She's the closest I'll come to know what it's like to have a sister, and I am confident in knowing she'll stay in my life like one. So, this video is for her, my confidant.
Okay, so I have a surprise.
Oh, you're gonna be okay.
I don't have it with me, so I'm gonna go grab it. You stay right there. Okay. I wouldn't say that we were besties right away. Would you?
No, you hurt my feelings.
I did hurt your feelings. Some things got lost in translation.
Did. I don't think we knew how to talk to each other. I think we were coming from very different places. Yeah.
One of the things you know what they are, but the other one you don't know what it is. So I'm gonna show you the thing that you know first.
Okay.
So open.
My eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
First you got this.
Oh my god, I love it so much. And I think the kicker was when I complimented your necklace. I was like, oh my god, is that Connecticut? And you said, it's Maine, you dumb bitch, to my face. I had never been called a dumb bitch with such vigor before.
But
or just point blank in general.
it was a joke.
It was a joke. I just
And I
wasn't
can
used to such aggressive humor.
Yes, yes.
Oh my god, that's so sweet.
When I first met you, I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna see much of her.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, okay, they can be friends, and I'll go find my own tribe.
Exactly, yes.
And
So-
I made peace with that.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, Isabel's somebody who'll be around, and I'll be able to talk to her, but we won't be close. We
I
won't be
think
tight.
that like helped in our friendship though, because there wasn't any pressure.
It wasn't forced.
Yeah, there
It
was
really did
nothing.
happen naturally.
Yeah.
Enemies to love it.
No, it's true. That was our trope.
Oh my god. I can't wait to wear this shirt. I'm gonna try it on right now.
Yeah, you should.
Oh my god.
You can stay under my umbrella. You can stay under my umbrella.
I'll let you do the honors, love.
All right,
I
love.
still don't have a binder.
Baby, baby, come and baby, go. When the rain washes you clean, you know.
That's so good.
We nailed that. We should play Mamma Mia.
Yeah, we should.
Maybe one song. What
Should we dance in the rain?
Dude, no.
I didn't even notice it in real time.
Neither did I. Here, hold this. What do you think is the hardest part of just being a friend to people?
I think the hardest part is having to be vulnerable yourself, because I feel like a friendship is a two-way street, and so it's like, I don't know, I feel like it's easier for me to be there for people, and I feel like when I think of friendship, that's the biggest thing to me, is like, oh, you're there for your friends when they need shoulder to cry on, whatever. But the harder part is being like, oh, but I also need to let them see those ugly, gross parts of me. And that's something I struggle with a lot more.
Yay! She's back!
What do you think the easiest part about being a friend is?
I think it's just being a silly little goop. I think it's you're just able to like say whatever comes to mind, like us. Just going beep bop, you don't know bop bop. Like just being able to do that so freely and not even think about it. It's like that filter is just completely disintegrated when you're with that person. So I think that's just the easiest part because there's no thinking, there's no thought. It's just word or sound that comes from deep in the primal brain that just comes out in the silences and stuff.
You want like all of that shit out.
Oh, you don't want any of this?
No. The center should be hollow, not hollow.
I thought this was good stuff.
Oh, no. Oh, you don't know. You'll see. And you'll be so surprised.
You have a lot of different friends from different groups of people that don't necessarily always come together. And I know just seeing it firsthand, like how difficult it can be to accommodate everyone because you do want to like make everyone feel seen, comfortable, heard, and loved. And that's really difficult when everyone's vying for your attention. And I'm just curious like how it makes you feel and how you adapt to it.
Yeah, I don't manage it well, I think. I've always had those kind of friendships where there's multiple groups. Like, I feel really close to everybody, but the groups are separate in my lives and they don't always like jive. Yeah, recently I've been struggling with it. I think I just need to be more honest with like how hard it is because I don't know. I don't know what the right way to go about it is to make everybody feel comfortable while not like absolutely ripping myself in like 12 different directions. And I think you teach me a lot about self-love, which I never really consider often. So I think maybe prioritizing like, well, what do I want to do right now? That's not my first thought, but I think it should be. Yeah, I really am grateful for you for teaching me that, I don't know, that I am my bestest friend in my heart. Like I'm always gonna be stuck with this bitch. So I better treat her right and get to know her.
Straight up.
Take her out to dinner.
Do you want to move?
Yeah, just a little bit. Maybe just a bit. Oh, Maya. She's so sweet. Did I send this to you? Baby, yeah. Do you have a certain music you want to play? I think I'm not as honest with people as I should be, and I think that's a really important trait of a friendship. Because I know when I'm with my friends, I'd love for them to like be like, listen, what you're doing right now is kind of mean or it's kind of selfish. I would love it if somebody told me that so I could correct. But I don't do that with people. I don't want them to feel bad, but sometimes feeling bad is key to change, and I don't push that. And I think that's why people like me so much, because I don't make them think about themselves.
Yeah. I just find it interesting, like, the way that you and I approach relationships is very, very different. And you have a lot of friends and I don't. And I wonder if it's because I am honest with people and I don't let people, like, say shit to me. I'm glad that at least I find in our friendship that you're able to be honest with me. And I know that sometimes it's like difficult for you too, and sometimes I know that you don't always say like what you're thinking, and I know it. And so like I'm just wondering, like, do you think that I give you the space to, because I know that I am abrasive. I am a lot. Like I do take up a lot of space.
No, but I admire it so much.
But like, do you think that you're able to do the same thing?
You're like, it's a lot of shit.
I think in some situations, I think like more big picture, and you kind of zone in, and I think there's a happy medium to that. Some things aren't worth picking fights over.
Yeah. It doesn't like have to be like starting a fight. Like you just simply stating something that you need, or something that I'm doing that's upsetting you, or something that you want to do that we're not doing, or that, like, it always makes me so happy to hear that from you. And like even if it's something that goes against what I'm thinking or feeling, I always value like what you say.
You don't give me vibes that like you wouldn't be like upset with me, and I know that. But some part of me is just like, I don't want to start the pot. I don't want to. I think I need to learn to zero in on things, because some things do require communication, because when you move on, it's like nothing's resolved.
Yeah.
So I think I need to work on that for sure.
The white part on the back. Wait, did I ever send you a photo?
I'm just going to start speaking for myself here.
Yes, yeah.
But I feel the most authentic version of myself, and I feel like so unstoppable and like just like a child when I'm with you. And like our friendship reminds me of those friendships in like elementary school where you're not thinking about like how they're thinking of you, and you're just able to like be yourself, and you can just giggle and gaggle and dance and laugh and just like exist in the same space and not have to fill the space with noise, even though we do.
You do.
But I just like feel so comfortable around you, and I'm just so grateful.
I'm so grateful too. Oh my gosh. I didn't mean to cover my... I'm so grateful too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to muffle it. I'll scream it from the rooftops. No, but I love that we can just play together. Like you said, it's kind of like, it's childlike in a way. Like obviously we have mature ways of communicating, but like when we kind of just revert to little kids, and I think that's the most beautiful part of friendships, is that you're like filled with childlike wonder, and you get to experience the world together and experience love together. And yeah, I'm so grateful you gave me that gift.
I love exploring with you.
I love
learning new things with you.
Yes.
I love just doing everything and anything.
I loved coming back down from the mountain. The leaves are falling, and we're like giggling with our packs, and we're just talking about like our future together. And that just, my heart was so light and so happy, because I know in some form, maybe not exactly the way we imagined it, but I know in some form it's gonna be our reality, and I'm so looking forward to it. I love you.
I'm sad to leave you.
I know, me too.
I'll see you soon.
See you soon.